Alright, so let's talk about Cardi and Azealia. I'm not turning off the fan, so hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, what can we do? I'm not going outside. It's 90-something degrees. I'm not turning off my fan. It's 90-something degrees. Azealia and Cardi, they fighting. They've been fighting since like September. I don't know why it's a big deal. I don't know why y'all are back and forth with these girls. I don't have the time. Basically, going all the way back to September, Azealia called out Cardi for being, number one on Bodak Yellow. You know, she hates it when the girls go number one or go above anything that she's doing. So she called out Cardi and was just giving, can't stand you, hate you down boots. And then Cardi, being petty and particular as I, posted video footage of Azealia Banks dancing boots to Bodak Yellow, knowing all the words and all of that and carrying on. So fast forward to May 2018, somehow, I guess it was a slow day, Azealia made it over to the Breakfast Club, and they asked her about Cardi, whatever, but when they asked her about her dancing to the song, she said, oh yeah, I was just really drunk. You were really drunk, sis, but you knew all the words. So I'm having a hard time. I mean, you may have been very drunk, but also, girl, you knew all the words, so you liked the song. She went on to talk about, girl, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff about how Cardi B is ignorant, illiterate, and all of this stuff. And, I mean, we all know Cardi B is kind of slow. Like, that's not news. We all know Cardi B probably could not hold a solid conversation with very many people. That's not news either. But Azealia was going on and carrying on and talking about how Cardi B is light-skinned and stupid and ghetto, and if she were to act like that, then she wouldn't get the same props and all of this. And the thing is, Cardi B is light-skinned. Cardi B is ghetto. I don't know if Cardi B is stupid or not, but I know she's light-skinned and I know she's ghetto. And Cardi B is just a good old time. Cardi B is not trying to be prolific. She's not trying to be, your Nelson or your Winnie Mandela. She's not trying to be anything other than Cardi B. So going off on her and being mad at her for simply being herself and existing is stupid. That's just plumb dumb. But that's what Azalea's doing. So she's mad and she's talking about, if she were the one, or, if it were a darker skinned woman doing all that carrying on, it wouldn't go very far. That's very true, but that's also not Cardi's fault. Azealia Banks, that's not Cardi Beatrice's fault. That has very little to do with Cardi herself. That has to do with, systematic racism and, how as a mass America, people favor lighter skinned people over darker skinned people. That ain't got nothing to do with Cardi. It ain't got nothing to do with Cardi. And honestly, all of this, she wasn't saying all of this carrying on when Cardi was not number one. She was dancing, having a good time, and enjoying herself before Cardi made number one. And that's the thing about Azealia. Can't nobody take her arguments seriously, because she likes people until they make it, quote unquote, bigger than her. And then we got a problem. Then we got beef. Then it's, issues. And it's like, girl, the reasons you have beef, the reasons you are going through all the things you're going through, is because you're not even taking your own information, your own stats, and your own advice into account. You've already said that if you were the one doing all the carrying on as a darker skinned woman, that you wouldn't make it as far, and yet you continue to do all the carrying on. Now, I'm not saying that it's right that a darker skinned woman would have to dial it down or whatever, but I am saying that if you are of the belief that darker skinned women can't make it acting like Cardi B, then maybe try a different approach. Just try it and see how far you get, or where you go with that. I don't understand. I feel like Azealia is very talented, but I also feel like Azealia wants to be mad. She's one of those people, like a lot of my followers, quiet as a skip, that stick around just to downvote and thumbs me down. You just want to be mad. Like, girl, no one has the time, no one has the energy to sit around with you and be mad. And so because no one has the time, no one has the energy to sit around with her and be mad, she just jumps from being mad at this person to being mad at that person to being mad at this person for no reason. And it's draining. It's draining. I don't have time. She went on in the Breakfast Club to talk about the conversations that a seat at the table and lemonade brought up and this and that. And it's like, girl, but you was hating on lemonade too. She even said something nice about Nikki, and it's like, girl, but you've hated on Nikki too. Like, Azealia spends a lot of her time hating on folks, and then when it's time for her to hate on somebody else, she'll bring in the folks that she hated as examples. And it's like, girl, that's not a good example. It don't make sense, sis. It don't make sense, because last we checked, you don't like her either. So bringing her in as an example or as a case for your cause don't make sense, because you don't like her either. Anyway, girl, I can't be bothered with Azealia. I can't be bothered with Cardi. I can't be bothered with their beef. Apparently they deleted their Instagrams and carrying on. Okay. I went a full however many days in this lovely house, minding my business and not knowing what all was going on with those girls, and it felt good. It felt so good. In the words of Candy Burris, an escape feels so good. I had a good time, not knowing and not caring what they were up to. But y'all asked me to tell you how I felt about it, so the consensus is I do not care that seriously something's wrong with Azealia. The mere fact, and I don't know, I'm trying to phrase it. Azealia claims that Cardi, or Azealia and the people who argue for Azalea's side, claim that Cardi B is not a black woman and that she's a Latina woman, and, you know, all the carrying on, which, okay, yes, maybe. I'm not here to make somebody black, make somebody not black. If you say you're black and I can see black ancestry, no Rachel Dolezal, you know, if I can look in your family tree and see color, if I can look at the leaves on your tree and it looks like fall and not like winter, then, you know, I will let you sit in your blackness and do whatever you need to do. So Cardi saying she's black does not bother me. It doesn't bother me, because I can look at her ancestry and see speckles of black in it. But the people, Azealia and the people who fight alongside Azealia in the, you know, We Hate Cardi B brigade, want to go into how she's not black and this and that. And Cardi brought up something about Azealia bleaching her skin. I don't know nothing about it. But, I should have asked Alex how he feels about this. Not Alex Rogers. I have a best friend named Alex who actually is a fan of both Cardi and Azealia. I may text him and see if I don't forget. But anyway, they brought up the skin, you know, she brought up skin bleaching, and stay with it now. Sorry, my screen over here done went on to something else. That auto play on YouTube tries it every time. Like, girl, just play the videos of the people whom I've asked you to play. Like, that's all you gotta do. Anyway, the brigade is trying to say that Cardi isn't black and she's appropriating black culture and this and that, when the argument could also be said, and ain't nobody come with me on this one, but I haven't put it out into the world yet, but ain't nobody gonna rock with me on it anyway. The argument also could be said that Azealia Banks practicing brujeria, you know, Santeria and all of that, could also be Latina and Latinx appropriation. And she was doing it all wrong. Because every person that I know that has ever practiced Santeria and, you know, all of that, girl, they clean. They don't have a closet just full of chicken and bones and blood and beaks and breast, thighs, wings, and a biscuit. Like, they don't have a closet full of that. So it can also be argued that Azealia is inappropriately, you know, appropriating Latin religion and culture, and they're carrying on. But anyway, my point here today is that I personally do not care about Cardin's or Azealia. Like, let them have their beef. We know that anytime a female rapper in particular, and on the Breakfast Club, Azealia kept saying, you know, we're talking about female rappers. And it's like, why though? Why is it every time a female rapper comes out with something, you mad? Like, for what? Anyway, I feel like Azealia really could have murdered Chun-Li, the Nicki Minaj song. She really could have got on that, you know, on the remix and ate it. But either way, child, I don't have the time, nor have I the energy. I feel like my nose finna start bleeding, and I'm tired. So I'm gonna let y'all go, but y'all let me know how y'all felt about it. I know a lot of y'all asked me to talk about it, so let's get down in the comments and discuss. As Beyonce would say, let's conversate about what all is going on. Y'all let me know, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.